Yo, what's up everybody? It's your boy Floss, back again with another video. And today we're going to do a quick unboxing of the Samsung Gear S2. Now this is the newest smartwatch from Samsung and it just came out today. This watch is available in two different models. You got the Sport and you got the Classic. And there's a few differences between the two. If you buy the Sport model, that one's going to run you $300. If you buy the Classic model, that one's going to run you $350. Also, the Sport model comes in two different colors. You got gray with the black rubber band, or you got silver with a white rubber band. If you buy the Classic, you're getting black with the black leather band. Also, the bezel on the Classic has ridges to it, which gives it more of a classic watch look. Personally, I like the Sport better. It looks a little bit more sleek in my opinion. Now, y'all know I hate talking about specs, but since this is an unboxing video, let's just get through the main specs that you need to know. Now, this watch is available in Bluetooth only or 3G. Alright, now I happen to go with the Bluetooth only version because I'm still using my Gear S and it has a contract on it, so I might as well keep one and just use Bluetooth for the other one. But it comes in both. Now, the watch has a 1.2-inch circular AMOLED display with a resolution of 360 by 360. And that's 302 for all of y'all PPI Patrol. The watch has a dual-core processor. That's the Exynos 3250. And if you buy the 3G version, you're getting the 8X26. Now, the watch has 4 gigs of internal storage and 512 megabytes of RAM. And if you want to put that into perspective, that's going to give you about 300 songs you could drop right on your watch. Now, this watch is running Tizen Os. And the difference between this and all of the other Samsung watches in the past, now you don't have to have a Samsung phone. This watch is running Tizen OS, so you can use any phone that has Android 4.4 or higher. So that's a major plus right there. Now, the watch is IP68 certified for water and dust, which means you could submerge it up to 1.5 meters deep for about 30 minutes. Alright, so no deep sea diving with this watch on. Now, the battery on this is 250 milliamps. Samsung claims that it's going to last you 2 to 3 days off one charge. Now, if you buy the 3G version, the battery on that one is 300 milliamps. This watch also features wireless charging, and we're going to talk about that. That's a huge upgrade right there. And one of the main differences also I forgot to mention between the Sport and the Classic is the actual size of the watch. Now, if you buy the Sport, the watch size is going to give you 42 millimeters. Now, if you buy the Classic, it's going to be 40 millimeters. Same size display, same size specs and everything else, but even by looking at it at the naked eye, you can't really see any difference. Also, this watch has NFC, and this is the first watch that you're going to be able to use Samsung Pay with. So that's kind of hot right there. All right, so let's take a look at the presentation. Now, they went with the circle box this time. For all y'all box collectors, let's just go through the history real quick. This was for the Gear. This was the Gear 2 and the Gear S. Alright, shout out to all y'all box collectors out there. Now we got the circle box. Alright, so let's grab the Batman blade. Pop this open real quick. Probably didn't need this, but I like the dramatic effect. Also, you have this little string. I don't know what that's for, but it looks cool. Alright, so use the knife for dramatic effect and still got to peel it off. Okay, the knife was a major fail. Alright, so here's the watch itself. Let's pull this out. Let's see what you get inside. Okay, here's your micro USB charging cable. This is how you're going to charge the wireless dock stand. Let's see what this is. Okay, so this is a size small watch band. Okay, I'm not going to need that. Y'all know what this is. The usual books and shit. File that to the side. Here's your power brick. And here's your wireless charging stand. So that's pretty much it. Now, just in case you're wondering why do I save the boxes, no, I don't collect the box to everything I buy. But a lot of times I like to resell stuff. I had planned on selling some of these watches in the past, but I basically liked all of the Samsung watches. So I kept them all. Just in case you wanted to know. Now, here's the actual watch itself. Let's see, let's take this plastic off real quick. Okay. Back to the Batman blade. There we go. All right. Beautiful looking watch. Beautiful. Underneath, here goes your heart rate sensor right there. Samsung Gear S. Stainless steel case. All right, so the watch is made out of stainless steel. Here's your rotating bezel. Okay. Has some nice little clicks to it. You can't hear it, but nice little clicks to it. Let's power this on and see if we got any juice. Okay, so the bottom is the power button. So you got two buttons. One of them is going to be back and one is going to be select. Figure out which one is which. Now, when you want to charge this up, let's take a look at the charger real quick. Plastic everywhere on this. All right, so when you want to charge this, you're just going to place this. Oh, look, it's a magnet too. I didn't know that. It's magnetized. All right, so you're just going to drop this just like this. All right, so we'll plug this in. I'll do that after I set up the watch. We'll see what it looks like. Okay, here's your watch face. Now we just gotta have to pair this up. Yeah, rotating bezel. Definitely feeling that. Nice little clicks on this. It is touchscreen also. Let's see how it looks on the wrist real quick. Matter of fact, before we even do that, let me pair it up to my Galaxy Note real quick, and I'll get back and we'll take a look at some of the interface. But that's basically everything you get inside the box. Watch looks beautiful though. All right, so let me pause the video real quick. I'm going to pair it up to the Note. Okay, so I just connected the watch to my Edge, so let's go through some of the features real quick. Now you're going to have to use Samsung Gear Manager, and that's going to give you access to all of the features. So let's check out some of the watch faces. That's the stock one. Got a bunch of other watch faces. You can create one, or you can hit more, and it'll take you to a bunch of different gear faces that you could choose from. Also, you can select which notifications you want, manage your apps, send media, go through all of the settings, or you can go right to the Samsung Gear store. Now, let's play with the watch real quick and let's check out the UI. Now, one thing I noticed, if you want to turn the watch screen off, you just put your palm over the screen and it'll turn it off. And then the motion will turn it back on. Okay, so here's the rotating bezel. Let's see what we got here. We got apps. You can add a buddy for instant calling. You got S-Voice and you got your settings. That's your pedometer. Let's see, it's got some notifications right here. Okay, you can scroll through these. So this is a touch screen. This is your back button. And this is your home button. Okay, so let's keep on scrolling. Okay, here's today's weather. Music player. Now you have to start the music from your phone and then you can control it from the watch. That's your heart rate monitor. That's your S Health app. Or you can add something else. So let's see what else you can add. App shortcuts, quick start, your water intake, calendar, and weather. Okay, so I like a calendar right there. All right, so now that's it. Oh, you can add something else? Let's see if we can add one more. We got alarms, app shortcuts. Let's do the app shortcuts. Okay, so you can add, looks like you could add a bunch of different panels. That's new. Remember before you can only have like 5 or 6. Now you can have a bunch. That's your home. Let's go the other direction. All right, that's your Google Now. Light rain in New York. It's actually pouring. Okay, Facebook right there. Let's go to text messages real quick. So this is an actual text message. Let's try to reply. Now you got your custom, your pre-written responses. You can make another one up for yourself if you want. Got your emojis. That's kind of hot right there. Didn't know that. Let's check out the keyboard. Let's see. Let's enter the message. Now this is old school T9. Let's see how long it's going to take to put how are you doing. Oh, okay, we got hey. Let's see. Looks like I might have to play with this. Okay, you can hold down, you can long press and scroll to different letters. Let's see, okay, how, R. Let's see, R. Bear with me. How are you? Let's see. How are you doing? We'll hit done and we'll hit send. All right, so Not the easiest way to send text messages, but you still can have your phone in your pocket and you can send some text messages. All right, so let's hit back. All right, so this is an actual message right here from somebody. And this is hot because it actually has the person's face as you have it saved in your phone with the message on it. So that's kind of hot right there. And when you scroll all the way, it'll let you know that you can't go any further. All right, now when I do the real review, we'll get into all of these apps. Now, Samsung does say that at launch, there's 1,000 apps available. So you all know what that means. Out of 1,000, there's probably 100 that are really worth anything, and probably about 50 that you're actually going to use. But I'll download a bunch of them. I'll try them all out. When I do the real review, we'll see which ones, if any, are worth it. All right, so let me put it on. Let you see what it looks like on the wrist. Matter of fact, before we do that, let me show you the wireless charger. Now, on the bottom of the wireless charger, it's a nice piece of rubber. So that's going to keep it in grip on your, keep it in place on your table. And this is what it's going to look like when you charge it. Just like that. Now the back of this is a little bit magnetic, right? Not the strongest magnet, but you can feel that there's some magnetic touch in there. And you see 76% battery, and it shows a little Bluetooth indicator. All right, so that's kind of hot. Now that's definitely the hottest charger yet out of all of these phones, and I'm gonna show you why in a second. But I'm gonna put it on the wrist real quick, just so you can see what it's gonna look like when you're wearing it. Now, if you go to the store, real quick, let's talk about that. It's available today at Best Buy. I got it for $300 plus tax, so it was like $324. They said it was going to be available on Amazon today too. Y'all know how much I love Amazon. I was going to just order it so I don't have to go outside, but I didn't see it yet. So when I do the real review, by then it should be up on Amazon. So if you don't feel like, traveling all the way to Best Buy and waiting online and all that, order it online. But they had it in Best Buy today, so I just got it from there. All right, so this is what's going to look like on your wrist. Let me loosen it up a little bit. I got it on extra tight. Let me loosen it up a little bit, make it look a little more cool. Okay, so this is what's going to look like on your wrist. Now keep in mind, you can change the bands on these. So when you go to buy it, if they only have the white version or the black version, it doesn't really matter. The only difference is going to be the stainless steel housing. So now, if you buy the white version, this is going to be silver, as opposed to dark gray. But as far as the bands, I'm not really feeling this gray one too much, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to order the red one. I order the white one, the blue. We get all the ones. We get the leather one. Why not? We'll get all of the bands and we'll play with them. But I like the little motion. This one works pretty good. Now, some of the other watches, if you remember the Gear 2, you have to really flick your wrist extra hard to turn it. This one just turns on real soft. And while it's on, just cover it up, turn it off. Let's see how easy it is. Yeah, the rotating bezel is a huge plus. Huge plus. Okay, now you see I'm getting my notifications. So I got Gmail, Instagram. Oh, this is kind of hot. Okay, YouTube from Gmail, Instagram. Yeah, all my emails are coming in Gmail, Google Plus. Yeah, this is kind of sick. Definitely feeling that. Got your back button and your home button. Now, in my opinion, on a scale of 1 to 10, just using it for a few minutes, this is sick. Now, is it going to be my favorite watch right now? I don't know. I got to use it for about a week first, and I give you my honest opinion. But real quick, let's just go through the evolution of the Samsung watches. Now, here's the first one, the original Gear. Now, the thing I didn't like about this one was the band. You see how stiff the band is on this? The band is super stiff on this one, but this one did have a camera on it. But the camera was just in an awkward position, and it just looks ugly, sticking out the side like that. Definitely wasn't feeling that. The charger was, pretty good on this one. Lasted, through the test of time. Never had to replace it. All right, so the original was, it was okay. Now, the Gear 2. This one is actually one of my favorite smartwatches out of all of the watches that I own. Love this one. The camera is placed exactly where it should be, very indiscreetly right at the top. The band is, a lot more flexible. You still couldn't change the bands on this, but you had a nice home button on this one too. This one is hot. This is one I still rock. If y'all watch my videos, I still use this watch. Matter of fact, quick story, I took it to Great Adventures the other day. Now, if you ride in a roller coaster or ride at Great Adventures, you can't have a camera in your phone. You can't record. And I personally seen somebody get escorted out of the park for using the phone on a roller coaster. But if y'all look at my Instagram, I got some videos with me and my daughter on the King Kai and, you know, on the Zoom and Gyro. I use this to record it. So you get a little 30-second clips, very indiscreetly. This is the perfect watch to take with you when you're going somewhere and you want to take some down low photos. Perfect. Okay, perfect watch right here. Still definitely a viable watch. Only thing I didn't like about it was this little charger right here. If you lose this piece, it's over, and it's, you know, real tiny. But just leave it connected to a USB cable and you won't lose it. Now, for the Gear S, this is probably my favorite watch, and it might still be my favorite watch, strictly because of the size. You know, I love the curved display on this. The size is just awesome. And any watch that I wear, this is the watch that gets the most compliments, the most looks, the most love, the most attention, however you want to call it. This one is hot. I'm definitely feeling this watch. I got it on Do Not Disturb right now. But you get all your notifications. You get a full keyboard. This one you can connect 3G also. This one is still, this might still be the best one yet. I don't know. I got to give this one a full chance, even though I'm definitely feeling the rotating bezel. Definitely feeling that part off the top. The main thing that I don't like about this watch is this, the charger. Now, hit me up in the comments if you got a Gear S. Let me know how many charges you went through already, if you broke your charger yet. And notice I say yet, because if you didn't break the charger, don't worry, you will. Now, this is the original Samsung one I had. If you didn't break it yet, let me give you some free advice. You see those the little clip at the top? Be very gentle with that. This is actually probably my fifth one. This is probably my fifth charger. Now, if you buy the original Samsung one, this one is going to run you about 40 bucks. But this has the actual battery charge feature. Now, if you don't really use that, then you could go and get one of these off Amazon for about $6. So what I did was, since I kept breaking them, I just ordered about 8 of them, and I got them laying around all over the place. Now, if you take your time when you're putting your watch back on, yeah, you snap it right into place, no problem. But those nights when you come home from the club, or you come home from going out on a date, and you had a few drinks, and you're in a rush, and you're kind of heavy-handed, that's when you're going to break these. All right, that's when it always happened to me when I was a little under the influence. That's when I always broke this. All right, or if I'm just in a rush, when I'm really in a rush, I just, you know, run to take off everything and jump into bed. I clip this on too hard, and you hear the little pin break, and it's over. So that's the only downside to this Gear S. There's no camera on it, of course, and there's no camera on this one either. But still, this is probably one of my favorite ones, but we'll see. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm definitely feeling this one already, and I'm definitely feeling the motion. Let's see if we could get this motion on this one. Now, if you notice, you see the motion. Let's see. The motion works a lot better. See, sometimes this motion, you got to really break your wrist to turn on. This one, it just turns right on, and when you turn it away, it turns off. All right, so a nice little upgrade right there. Hit me up in the comments. Let me know what y'all think about this. Like I said, I'm definitely feeling this right out the gate. Now, we'll do a full review, maybe in about a week. We'll get all the bands, we'll get some screen protectors, we'll get all the accessories with it, and we'll play with it, and we'll see if this is the new top dog right here. Now the video's over. Now, finally, fellas, I did have to, just because I got this one, so I had to get an Apple Watch too. So I will do, next week, I'll do the Apple Watch. I wasn't really feeling it too much, but since I did order the iPhone, the 6S Plus, I decided to go ahead and get an Apple Watch 2, and we'll do a nice comparison and find out which is the top dog watch on the market. Personally, I like bigger watches. I'm going to have to get used to the little smaller face on this one, but the rotating bezel, I can't stress enough. Sick. Can't stress that enough. Hit me up in the comments. Let me know what y'all think about this one. Shout out to everybody that rock with me on Facebook, Foursquare, Twitter, Google+. Shout out to all the Google gangsters I see y'all holding down that Facebook page. Shout out to everybody hitting me up on Voxer. And a special shout out to everybody rocking with me on Instagram. Y'all know that's where I'm at full time, 100% full throttle. And a special shout out to everybody rocking with me on Sunday nights. Y'all already know Amazon Warriors going down this Sunday night. Get your Hennessy bottle on deck. You already know we getting crazy. Shout out to the Scissor Squad, shout out to the Donut Boys, shout out to the Lip Boys, and as usual, no meat boys allowed. Oh yeah, one more thing. Almost forgot. Fellas, ladies, say it with me. All y'all haters, all y'all trolls, close your eyes and picture me rolling. It's your boy Floss, I'm out. Deuces.